Hey you guys, Desmond here.
And LaCresha.
And welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss Drag Race España, episode 2 and 3. We're giving you a twofer, honey. So, before we get into it, as always, gotta remind folks to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We have a goal of 1,000 subscribers, and we love to reach it as soon as possible. And to be able to do that, you gotta subscribe, you gotta leave a comment, and go and hit that bell notification while you're at it. So now that the pleasantries are over, what did we think of these 2 episodes of Drag Race España?
They were okay.
I enjoyed them. But episode 3, the judging, really threw me off because the queen that went home, in my opinion, should have won the challenge. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Because, baby, I don't know what it is about Miss Dita, but they were on her neck these 2 episodes for no reason because I thought she was perfectly fine. But hey, we're not Supreme. We're not Los Javes. We're not interlocking.
Facts.
You know, this is not, us as a team. Which I wouldn't know how we would do together because sometimes we're right on the money with each other. But then there's sometimes we're like complete opposite. Like, how are we going to come together on those times where we're kind of like, no, I want this. Find some little middle ground. Like, okay, maybe this. maybe. Oh, but honey, but we got these 2 episodes. Now, we are going to go relatively quickly. We apologize. We just got a little behind. That's all. But let's go. What?
Work.
What happened, honey?
I said we have work.
And yeah, yeah. But anyway, so we start off with episode 2 after Shani La Santa's elimination. They come in, they read her message, wipe it off, they go sit down, they congratulate Miss Crystal on the win, and then they also congratulated on Nina for winning the lip sync. Moving on to the next day in the workroom, the queens all come in, they sit down, and honey, as soon as they sat down, they didn't get much out before the alarm goes off. I'm like, oh, okay, baby. They said I forgot it was the talent show episode. They're like, we got things to do. So we got to go.
Hey, this episode was long.
Huh?
So, because this episode was long.
So they hear Supreme's message. Supreme comes in and announces a mini challenge where they have to create lavish eye decor in like 15 minutes. So after they get done with their mini challenge, our extra special guest judge comes into the workroom. I never heard of this lady before, but I live for her. Oh, I live for her. I live for her. Okay? But she comes in and they announce that the winner is Lanina Delantro. And that this week's Maxi Challenge is the Supreme Eleganza Talent Extravaganza. I love how it's the same title every season. They're like, there's no need to come up with these crazy names like RuPaul does. It's just the Supreme Eleganza Talent Extravaganza. And let's leave it at that. So, let's go ahead and get into these talent extravaganzas because we got quite a bit to go through. So, first, our hostess with the mostest, we have Supreme. What did you think of Supreme and your score?
Outside of that wig, I love this. I give this an A.
The wig throws it off for me too. Wig. I'm like, sister, what we doing up here? And it looks like a RuPaul like season 8 wig where it needs to come down just a couple notches. But yeah, minus the wig, I will agree with your A. So this week we're joined by Javier Ambrosi, Anna Locking, Javier Cavo, and our extra special guest judge, Manuela. So let's get into this Supreme Eleganza Talent Extravaganza. Up first is Marina Stars, and she gave us a lip sync performance. Mariana, I should have said her name correctly. Mariana Stars. and she gave us a lip sync performance. I thought this was really cute. I thought it was fun and a cute way to open up the show.
Yes, very much so.
Up next is Chloe Vitu. She gave us a comedy performance. And when I tell you I was hooting and hollering through this whole thing. Baby, this was so damn funny. And then all of a sudden, it turns into a dance number. I'm like, wait, I thought we were robbing the bank. Like, what's going on here?
Facts. I'm just trying to figure out where the blood came from. Was that real blood?
Like, I was confused, but was I entertained? Yes. Very much so. Up next is Vampiration. Goodness, I'm gonna give it
Vampiration. Vampiration.
And she gave us live singing. As you can see right here, as they say in the top right here, the mic is on. That's what this is.
In that extra.
I love seeing this in the top right corner. I'm like, oh, the mic is on. Okay.
Yes.
I want RuPaul to start doing that. I want to see the mic is on. Don't just say microphone. No. The mic is on. Just so you know. But I will say, I was a little...
videos.
Yeah, I will say, I was a little underwhelmed with this.
Uh-huh.
I was expecting more from Vampy here. I'm shocked she was not. I don't think she should have been bottom 2. But, like, I'm shocked she wasn't, like, low this week. For me. For me. What did you think of her talent?
It was okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of underwhelmed by most of it.
Moving onwards to Miguel J-Lo. Finally got that right. And, baby, came out here and shut it down.
With the Britney Spears.
Britney! I'm like, mind your bit, mind your bit, mind your biz. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all got money? Y'all got Britney Spears money? Wait a minute. Just for a talent show? Not even for, I can understand if it was for the lip sync. But it's for a talent show. You got change like that to be like, you know what? Give us the rights.
Well, I think it was like, we gotta support our own, you know, that used to be. And now they're... So, yeah, we're going to spend the coins on you.
But, Miguel,
just a little bit.
Shut it down. That little flip wig reveal. I didn't even need to see...
I know you lived.
I did not need to see anybody else. I'm like, winner. Shut it down. But then again, you know, España normally has pretty good talent shows. Even this one just being okay is way better than some of the ones we've seen from other franchises.
Facts.
And I think it's just, we just got so used to the over the top, like jumping off of the top of the stage and turning into a transformer. So when we just got like a normal talent show, we're like, oh. I was expecting, you know, flip, flip, flips, dip, 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 jump, jump, jump. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Miguel, J-Lo, you did that. And, you know, got lifted up, so, you know, I had to take a picture.
Of course.
Up next is Le Coco. Did a spoken word, and it turned into, you know, a little live singing. You know, the judges really lived for this. I thought this was okay.
Yeah, I was underwhelmed.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, for me, this was a very safe performance. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Up next is Dita Dubois. I don't understand why the judges didn't like this. I thought this was hilarious. I was hooting and hollering. I'm like, yes, ma'am, make us a drink. And that critique...
Even if you gotta put half of the cup in your mouth.
Baby, that's what gets me. And then they gave her the critique like, oh, we expect so much funny for you, so when you don't give us that, I'm like, she still was funny, but not as funny as you wanted her, so she's in the bottom. That critique, maybe it didn't translate well, but that critique didn't sit right with me. I'm like, so you're saying she was funny, just not the 3 times funny you expected her to be. That's not
Right.
fair to her then.
Nope.
That's not fair at all. Because I thought she did a great job. I thought she should have been in the top. I don't think she should have won. You know, my guy should have got that. But I was into. I love this queen. Like, I am so. RuPaul would have ate her up. I'm telling you now. RuPaul would have ate up this performance. RuPaul would have ate up her performance in the acting challenge in the next episode. Ru would have would have been eating good. But yeah, I do not understand. I am confusion on why the judges are treating her, why they treated her so harshly.
Mm.
I don't get it because it was still funny. Oh, it wasn't backbreaking funny like you expected it to be, but you expected that. But hey, it is what it is. We move on to Porca the Club Kid. She was giving some, BDSM-isms.
Yeah, she tried.
She tried. And I like Porca. I like Porca very much. And I think she won the lip sync. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But yeah, this just didn't land. It didn't land.
No.
Moving on to Lanina Delantro. I was shocked this wasn't in the top. This whole performance, I was like, yes. This moment where and I love, one thing I got to give España props for, the angles that they gave these queens during their performances really elevated those performances. Like the fact that, like this screenshot here, the fact that they flipped the camera upside down for her to give it more of that effect. I'm like, thank you. But yes, overall, I really enjoyed this performance. And it was good to hear that creepy laugh track. I haven't seen somebody use that in years. Now, I'm shocked 2 queens used it.
Yeah, that was kind of an ouch.
Yeah, I was sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Because I was like, I swear I just heard this.
I was gonna say, I just heard this. Like, that's another thing. If that was any other franchise, that would have been like, hey, whoever came first, the second person, be like, hey, they've already asked for this creepy laugh track song. You're going to have to choose something else. And clearly, coins ain't no options. Because
we got Britney money.
We got Britney money. Shoot. What was it, last season? Or was it, no, season 2, they had the Weekend money. And the Weekend ain't cheap. That was Marina. I'll never forget her. She, you win that one. I was like, y'all got Weekend money? The main series ain't even got Weekend money. But then again, don't do a Weekend song. Please don't. If you do, make sure it's I Feel It Coming. That's my jam right there.
I feel it coming.
Hey, come on. If you give it to the right queens, that'll be sickening. But anyway. Yeah, Lanina, I thought she was going to be in the top. But then again, I also thought she was going to be in the top of the acting challenge as well. Maybe I'm just delusional. But I really like Lanina. She's becoming one of my favorites. Up next is Kelly Pasa. Baby, this little DJ set she had going on and was singing, her voice wasn't the best.
No.
But baby, was I entertained?
Yes.
And this angle right here, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that really helped as a viewer. It really helped me enjoy the performance. And although she wasn't the best singer, baby, I'm just sitting there bumping along. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Hey. Having a good time. Good time.
Right.
I love this shot right here. They just, again, Drag Race España, you do so well, but then you do some weird judging. Hopefully we get off that. Now that y'all got rid of Diva, for some reason y'all wanted her gone. She gone now. So can we get back to it? Because episode 1, I'm like, okay, cool. We might have a good, But we'll have to see. Up next is Miss Christo, who danced to the creepy laugh track.
Yeah.
And even if we didn't see Lenina absolutely kill it just a few seconds prior to this, I still would have been like,
still
girl,
underwhelming.
I was very confused by this performance. I'm like, honey, what's going on here? And you're not dancing hard enough not to be in shoes.
Okay.
Because I can excuse no shoes if you really out there, boom. But baby, you was walking, turning around. Not even laughing along to the track. Like, I do not know what Miss Krista was going for here. I don't. I don't
either.
Honey. And then last but definitely not least, we had Angelita La Professor. This performance really, really touched me.
Mm-hmm.
It really touched me.
I like the fact that it was in sign language.
Oh, the sign language. I forgot about the sign language. Yes. That just took it to an extra nod from up a notch for me. There we go. Let's speak, Desmond, speak. But I remember just sitting there watching this, and I was emotional at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what, Miss Angelita, that was the perfect one to end it. I'm not sure if she ended it, when they shot it, but for us as a viewer, this was a great way to end it. It really was.
Definitely.
But overall, a decent talent show, better than what we other franchises have done. Now let's go into this category, which is Baraku Coco. Barukoko.
Which is basically a blend of two different eras, Baroque and Rococo.
Gotcha. So again, we're going to relatively go through these quickly. So we're going to say our score, and if we must add a little extra, we can. But, let's try to push through. So up first is Dita Dubois. I absolutely love this. I know I'm sick of seeing Marie Antoinette, but this is a little different. So it gets an A for me.
Yeah, I'll give it an A.
Up next is Angelita. What did you think of Angelita?
I actually kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like this. I still give it a B, but I liked it.
I wish there was a different shoe.
That part.
The shoe really takes it out for me. So, but other than that, I really enjoyed this head to ankle. So, I will give this an A-. Up next is Mariana Stars. Beautiful. A.
A.
My God. Up next is Chloe Vatu. What did you think of Chloe?
I did not enjoy this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just giving my honest opinion. It seems to be the theme of today. This is like a C for me. It was just underwhelming. Like, I like the artwork, and the artwork is pretty much the only thing I like about it.
I wish the designs that are on the upper top of the bodysuit went all the way down the stocking. I just wish it went all the way down to the ankle or even the foot. I give this a B.
Okay.
Up next is Porca the Club Kid. Baby, this was stunning for me. I give this an A.
I agree. This was an A for me.
Up next is Le Coco. What did you think of Le Coco?
I really wish it touched the ground.
Mm-hmm.
For that, it gets an A-. Because other than that, I'm living.
I love it, baby. As soon as she walked out, I thought it was Peach from Drag Race Front Season 2 for a second. I'm like, girl, what you doing here? But I agree about it not touching the ground, so I'm going to agree with your A-. Up next is Vampy. This was so cute to me. So cute. I give this a B+.
I agree with your B+. Even though this lightweight, it makes it look like she peed on herself.
Yeah. Up next is Migai J-Lo. What did you think of Migai?
I wish it touched the ground, because other than that, this is an A.
That is a common thing. I'm like, like, and you can see those are pretty high shoes. Like, if you'd have wore like a smaller heel, it might have
Right.
touched the ground. But other than that, I give this an A as well. This was one of my favorites this week.
Definitely.
Up next is Lanina Delantro. Love this. This gets an A for me.
Oops. Definitely an A.
Kelly Pasa? What did you think of Kelly Pasa?
I've never had a thing when it comes to like chap things, but this bothered me. Other than that, it's like a B plus.
And I guess I'm coming out of my I hate chaps phase because I see the chaps.
It bothers me.
And it don't bother me. I'm like, I guess, like we talked about before, Ellie Diamond really ruined me with chaps. And I guess it's starting to rub off. But then again, we don't really see them often. And when they're done correctly. And my opinion, this was done correctly. This gets an A for me.
Awesome.
Up next is Miss Crystal. This was everything. This gets an A for me.
I love this. This was an A. I like the fact that there was the see-through panel.
Oh, the reveal was
behind the horses.
Miss Crystal.
So you could still see her legs, but it was connected.
And out of all of our amazing
attention to detail.
Yeah, out of all of our amazing queens, who had your favorite look this week?
I have to give it to, how do you say her name? Something Yellow. McGill Yellow.
Oh, McGuy J-Lo.
McGuy Yellow.
I would have to agree. Miss Crystal's close. But I would have to give it to McGuy. So,
y'all don't need to see all those chins.
After we find out, they call the safe queens, we find out that in the top we have Angelita, Le Coco, McGuy J-Lo. In the bottom we have Miss Crystal, we have Dita Dubois, and Porca the Club Kid. Do you agree with these tops and bottoms?
I guess.
I don't. Angelita, cool. Le Cuckoo could have been safe, and then we could have put Dita in the top. I do not understand the point they were trying to prove to Dita, because that's what it felt like they were trying to prove a point with her. I'm like, I don't know what point y'all trying to prove, but y'all need to get off my girl's neck. She did great. In the bottom, I really think Vampy should be there. But the bottom two, I do agree with. I think it's Miss Crystal and Porca the Club Kid. I do agree with them being the bottom two. And I also agree with this week's winner, which is me, Guy J-Lo. And won a cash tip of 2,500 euros. Chingle, chingle, honey.
Hey.
Make it rain, trick. Make it rain, trick. But we find out that the bottom two was Porca the Club Kid and Miss Crystal. They lip sync to Kawanda Zarpa El Amor by Kamala.
I don't know.
The 10 seconds go off and we find out that they're not going to use their little Supreme doll, whatever, the little dog, we'll call it a little Supreme doll. Now, maybe I'm tripping, but I thought
it looks like a tampon.
Maybe I'm tripping, but I thought Porca won this lip sync. To me, she embodied the song. Now, I get it, Miss Crystal really couldn't move in that dress. I understand that. But baby, Porca could move in hers. And she was giving me everything I needed for this song. I even added the song to the list. Yes, like I even added the song to my list because of how her performance went. I'm like, hold on, wait, what's the name of this song? Oh, okay, hold on. But yes, I get keeping Miss Crystal because she did just win. Like literally, she just won last week. But
well, was it the first time somebody won and then went home the next episode?
No, it's happened before. I don't think it's happened like episode 1, episode 2.
Right.
But it was more
that's
like,
what I meant, but yeah.
yeah, like it's been like, oh, episode 7 they won, then went home episode 8. You know what I'm saying? But it's never been episode 1 you won, episode 2 you were eliminated. But then again, if I was judging episode 1, Vampy would have got the win, so she could have went home right here with no issue. But yeah, they got their cards in together and decided to keep Miss Christo. Now, I will say, when Supreme was telling Porca she had to go, maybe I'm tripping, but she sounded a little heartbroken there. Like, she sounded like she was getting a little choked in her throat. I'm like, wait a minute. Did you vote to keep her? And you got outvoted?
I think so.
Because that would be me. Like, if we run a panel and everybody came in and, like, I got outnumbered, ooh, I'm going to be mad. I'll be like, Porca the Club Kid, sashay away. Like, everybody's going to know I just got outnumbered. I'm like, everybody voted for Miss Christo.
See, that's when you got to do, like, RuPaul and be like, yeah, we conversed, but the result is ultimately mine.
Let me host my own drag show. It will not be yes, the panel's gonna be there to give their opinions, but just like RuPaul says, the final decision will be mine to make. Okay. Now, granted, if you're there, it will be ours, because I'm like, I trust you. Now, we might have to go deliberate for a while, because, you know, sometimes we're just like too opposite from each other.
Completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
I'm like, no, that bitch should be lip syncing. No, she needs to win. What do you mean she needs to win?
I went for that performance, but I did not.
Lord, that's how I'm not sure how Valentina and Lolita did it, and then, you know, Tiger Bravo for season 2. Because, you know, it was their final decision, baby. I'll be holding up that fan for a minute. Now, she won that lip sync. No, the other girl won it. What do you mean the other girl won it? No, she didn't.
But she was giving me life. Okay, but the other one was giving me life. You know what?
Shantae, you both stay.
They would hate us. There would be like 25 episodes.
And that'll be me. I'm like, we just saved the last 2. We only got so many more episodes. Somebody got to go.
Fine. But I can just have the next queen I want.
And I can hear you a few weeks later. Remember when I let you send such and such home? I'm cashing in my card now. No, that this person needs to stay. And you'll see it in my face. Porca the Club Kid, I sure would. In fact, I think I'll just let you say it. Well, you can say it. Hell. But yes, Porca revealed that she did not have the little Supreme icon, so she must sashay away, and they dance like they didn't just crush that lady's dreams. So we immediately go into the next episode at Porca the Club Kid was wrongfully eliminated. They read her message, they wipe it away, they sit down, congratulate McGuy on a win, and congratulated Christo on winning the lip sync. Now, Miss Christo was really emotional. Like, that really hurt her. That really did.
That did.
So, we come into the next day of the workroom. The queens sit down at the table. The alarm goes off. Supreme gives her message. We come in, and she announces this week's mini challenge. So, basically, they're given a melon and a high heel, and they have to crack it in half.
Whack it open.
Whack it open. And the queen that has the most even cut wins the mini challenge. I love wacky mini challenges like this. I really do. I really do. Because I would want to do this too. I'm like, give me a melon and a heel. Come on. Maybe start whacking.
Look, and some of them were really smart about it. They went like 1, 2, 3 whacks, and then they like,
yeah. So they were chopping away. And we find out that Angelita was the winner of the mini challenge. So Supreme announces that this week's maxi challenge is an acting challenge. They'll be acting in Aquí no hay Quien Diva. And, and because Angelita won, she got to assign the roles.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and we saw them rehearse. Let's get to this main stage. So up first we have our hostess with the mostest, Supreme. What did you think of Supreme?
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
Oh, it's a no for you, dog. Okay.
It's a no for me, dog.
I wouldn't have chose this hair for this outfit. And I think
that's what kills it.
That's what's really getting it for me. But overall, I do like the dress. So for me, I'll give it like a C plus. Yeah, I'll give it a C plus. Yeah, I'll give it a C plus.
I don't like it. But that's just my opinion. Y'all could love it.
So we're joined by Javier Ambrosi, Anna Locking, and Javier Cabo. Which, can we talk about Anna's look this week? Like, have you seen the full shot of this look?
No.
It's on her Twitter. Go look at it. It's everything. It is everything. And this week we were joined by our extra special guest judge, Lois Leon. And the category for this week's runway is Tales to Keep You Awake. So, real quick, what do you think Roxy would have done with Tales to Keep You Awake?
Coraline.
Sorry.
Caroline. That's Caroline.
I know. I always
said
do.
Coraline.
For me, I think I would have done like a creepy little ghost and have chains dragging off me. Like, I was.
Now. Nope. Wrong show.
Wrong show. We're gonna talk about that soon. Y'all gonna see that soon. But yeah, that horror icons, we talk about it every time, but I have a new one in my head I want to do, so we're gonna talk about that. But anyway, let's hit this category up. At first we have Vampy. I fucking love this. I love every piece of this. This was magnificent. A plus. I'm sorry, I know we're supposed to just give the score, but I just had to let the world know that I love this.
I agree with you.
Oh.
A plus.
Up next is Dita Dubois. What did you think of Dita?
They're gonna give us an A.
I think for me it's more of an A minus. I wish we could see the face a little bit better. Like, I get where she's going for, but like during the lip sync when she took off that outer layer, I'm like, ooh, that's sickening without that on.
Right. The only thing that gets me them shoes.
It's the shoes, and you can see the cliffhangers. So up next is Le Coco. This was everything. Even the reveal. Oh my god. A plus. Tens across the board.
Yes, I agree. Say it.
Up next is Mariana Stars. I know you're not the biggest fan of clowns, but what from
that so quick.
I know you're not the biggest fan of clowns. And the fact that there was, like 4 clown looks on that second episode that we gotta go over. I'm like, girl, this is supposed to be dolls, not clowns. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Anyway.
So what is your score for this look?
That was, now it was like a C.
It gets an A for me, but I know why it gets a C from you. Ooh. Woo.
Yeah.
Up next is me guy J-Lo. This was interesting. I give it a B+.
Facts.
Cause yeah, this would scare me if I saw it, but like this wouldn't have been my first thought for scary.
No.
So I'm gonna go with B+.
I don't agree with your B+. Because like in my thought, that is like my sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah. Up next is Calipasa. started off as a pilgrim and then turned into a witch. Well, I'm assuming as a witch that's already dead.
Is what sold that for me.
Is the what?
The reveal is what sold that.
Oh, that reveal was smooth, honey.
Very.
Very smooth. Your score?
Very. So my score is an A.
I give this A minus. Up next is Miss Crystal. I fucking love this. This gets an A plus for me.
Not too.
Oh, I screamed. I'm like, yes, A plus. A plus.
A plus.
A plus. Up next is Angelita. What did you think of Angelita?
I liked it till she revealed the bottom of the skirt.
I didn't mind. Hold on, I got that screenshot too. I didn't mind the bottom reveal. I didn't mind that.
Other than that, I give it like an A minus.
I give it an A. And then we have Chloe V2. It didn't really work for me.
It was like a really bad saw nurse.
Like, I'll have to give this like a C minus. Because there are elements I like, but yeah, C minus.
I give it a B. I don't like any of it.
Up next is Lanina Delantro. Baby, I scared the hell out of me. I'm like, oh, what's that?
It scared the heck out of me. And I'm looking at the picture right now.
Baby, this gets an A plus for me, okay?
You know what? I'm going to give it to you.
So, out of all of our amazing queens here, who had your favorite look?
Who did Freddy Krueger?
Angelita.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Angelita.
And for me, if you couldn't tell by my reaction to Vampy, that was my favorite look of the week. But now, it is time for the acting challenge. Aquí, no ha Quien, Diva.
Aquí, no hay quien Diva.
So, let's talk briefly, about how everybody did. Chloe V2, I honestly feel like she should have had that bottom spot that Dita had. It didn't.
You know what? I agree.
It didn't give what she gave, and I'll give her props. She was really trying. It just didn't. Mm-hmm. It didn't land.
It didn't translate very well.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's the role I think I would want, the mean old conservative neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't. She didn't give it what it needed to be gave. And I wish she would have painted a little bit older. It just looked like a young lady with an old, like a great wig on, in a muumuu.
Yeah.
Up next is Le Cuckoo. This was fine. Honestly, she kind of faded in the background for me.
Yeah, I agree. Giving Miranda from Sex and the City vibes.
Up next is Mariana Stars. Another struggle bus. This was the one I knew for sure at the end of it. Yeah, she's going to lip sync.
Facts.
I had some inklings on who the other person was. But with her, I'm like, yeah. My sis going to lip sync. Yeah, she going to lip sync. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel...
For some reason, I was just irritated.
Yeah. Up next is Angelita. And I thought she did good, but I didn't think she did good enough to be in the top this week. It shocked me she was in the top, and then it shocked me again she won. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe because she didn't have much lines, but maybe the character that she's referencing from the TV show, she just really knocked it out the park.
Right, and we ain't seen that show.
So we don't know the references. So let us know down below if we're missing the actual reference on it. But yeah, just for me, I thought this was safe. Like, she did good, but I didn't think she was in the top for me.
Right.
Up next is Kelly Pasa. Again, this was just a safe performance. I got a few chuckles out of her.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to Lanina Delantro. She was hilarious to me. Maybe I'm just becoming a delusional Lanina fan. because I thought she did great. Her runway was great. I thought she was going to be in the top. I didn't think she was going to win, but I thought she was going to be in the top. So when I heard when she was in the bottom, I'm like, what is going on here? I am confusion. What do you mean? In 10 seconds, she might have to come up here and lip sync if old girl got the little Supreme icon. What do you mean? I thought she was hilarious. The hollering, the hooting that I was doing, watching this the first time and coming back to get the screenshots. Both times. I'm like, I don't understand. Call me that girl from Bad Girls Club Mexico, Cabo. Because I don't understand. I don't. Up next is Vampy. For me, this wasn't good. I was shocked she was called safe.
Thought it was a safe performance.
I don't know. It didn't give like it should have. Like the rebellious, like teenagey type role. It just, I don't know. For me, I don't think I would have had her lip syncing, but I think she would have been the bottom this week. I think, you know, I love me some Vampy. Up next is my guy J-Lo. Hilarious. Baby, when everybody was fussing and she was still going around stealing shit. Oh, had me hollering. Swore up and down she wasn't.
That's a secret to like getting it. Aside from just ending RuPaul, is like be one of the team and then get on.
Like, I just loved, like, the scene where she was like, I would never steal. What are you talking about? And then when everybody's arguing, here she is. It worked for me. Honestly, I thought she was going to be in the top this week. I was like, oh, safe? Okay, that's fine. I guess you could say she was safe.
I mean, you won last week, so I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But I would have had you in the top this week, honey. And then Dita Dubois. I'm going to let you go first. What did you think of Dita in this challenge?
I'm trying to go back in my memories.
Because I thought she was great. Me personally. Like, she really played that wife of the HOA role. Because she wasn't the HOA.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Like,
I almost choked on my spit.
Like, her and Lenina played off of each other so damn well.
So good.
And again, the judges, I don't know what point they were trying to prove to this lady, but I hope y'all proved it because I don't think she should have been the bottom. Again, yeah, her runway wasn't the best, but I would have gave her the win this week. Me personally.
I'm trying to figure out what their criteria is when they're doing their judging, because it seems like they go back and forth. Like, you were a bad actor, but you had a good runway, so we're gonna keep you, put you in the top.
And I think that comes from 5 different people having a say,
right?
Because even the guest judge gets a say in everything,
right? So, and they ain't been there for all of it.
Yeah, so I think that's where the issue comes in. There's 5 chefs in this kitchen. And now they gotta find some.
Down on the chefs.
Yeah, so like some of them people on that panel had it out for Dita. I don't know who, but enough to get her sent home. And I personally thought she won this challenge. She had a good runway. It was decent. She was great in the challenge. Or give it to Lenina. She had a great runway and was great in the challenge. But you had her in the bottom. I'm just... Again, let us know down below, because maybe we're missing references and maybe they were not up to par. But from someone who don't know the source material, it seemed great to me. Oh, Lord, my thingy came out. Boop, there we go. All right, and then we're going to move on to Miss Christo. I will say she played this role, honey. Like, that role fit her
perfectly.
Yeah, it fit her, like, her demeanor perfectly. Like, she was able to...
Personality-wise.
Yes. And she made me chuckle a few times. I'm like, okay, Miss Christo, I was worried about you. Baby, because you was struggling. But baby...
Like you thought. You thought.
Well, honestly, the way I thought, she wouldn't have been here for this challenge. I'm just saying, it'll be Pork of the Club Kid. I'm not sure if she had this role, but she would be here.
Right.
But hey.
I digress.
So, we find out that the tops and bottoms are as followed. In the top, we have Angelita, Kelly Pasa, and Le Coco. In the bottom, we have Lanina, Mariana, and Dita Dubois. I think it's clear. I've said it enough. I don't agree with most of this. I was very confusion. Angelina got the win. Like, I'm not upset because she did all right, but in my opinion, there was queens who did better than her. Hell, 2 queens that you got in the bottom did better than her, in my opinion. So, congrats, Angelita. You won a cash tip of 2,500 euros. Get that chingle, okay? But I will say, I was not the biggest fan of Angelita after Angelita after episode 1. But I will say episode 2 and 3, I like her now. I fucks with her.
She trying to reel you in.
She done reel me in. I fucks with her now. Episode 1, I didn't. But episode 2 and 3, I'm like, okay. All right. I'm going to sit down. I'm not going to punch no stand card just yet, but I'm sitting down. I'm listening. Say what you need to say, okay? And then our bottom 2, which was Mariana, which I agree with her, and then Dita Dubois, who I don't agree with. So they lip sync to Loca by Melina Garcia, and the 10 seconds passed, and neither one of them used the Supreme little toy.
Yep.
So we lip sync, and Mariana ate her up. Ate her up. I was like, okay, Miss Mariana. And honestly, as you can see in some of the screenshots, she kept the mask on a little too long, for my opinion, Dita. Like, that should have came off immediately, because we really couldn't see your face nor your lips. But once she took it off, baby, then it was a battle. I'm like, oh, we fighting now. Baby, you should have took that off from the jump. You might have stayed.
From the very beginning.
You might have stayed because, baby, she was like, hold on. I got a wig reveal too, okay?
We had a whole body reveal.
Yeah. But overall, this was a fun lip sync. The judges get all their cards in, and we find out that Mariana Stars will be staying in the competition. Although I don't think Dita should have been in the bottom, I do think Mariana won this lip sync.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately means Dita Dubois, you must sashay away. For some reason they hated you. I don't know why. I am so sorry. Then they danced the night away like they didn't just crush my girl's dreams. And we find out next week they'll be doing a little dance number, a little group choreograph.
Hey.
I'm excited, Well, I don't know, because last season, that's when they played in Culver Beach's face during that dance challenge. Like, girl, damn well she should have won that.
Right.
Damn well she should have won that. But hey, we'll just have to wait and see. But honey, that's all I got. You got anything?
Nope.
All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap this up with a bow. Where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at CRESHAMcGill, that's CRESHAMcGill on all social media.
And you can find me in the club, pocket full of bud, mama. But if I'm not there, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you soon. Bye.